Hey, what's up? So, real quick, I just want to go over this strategy, and I want to say I learned it from ICT like years ago, and for some reason it just recently popped back in my mind, and I was like, oh yeah, I remember that. So, anyway, just want to go over that. If you are using my indicator as far as a time-based strategy, this works really well with New York. I guess you can use it for London too, but since London sometimes, I don't know, consolidates a lot or whatever, I would say just practice using it during New York session. And it only requires like time-based strategy and fibs basically. That's it. So it's pretty simple. And I'm going to just go over a few examples and see if I can find the setups that would work with the strategy. So yellow, this is going to be my London time frame window where I'm looking for entries, and the gray is New York. So we're going to focus on the gray. So right now we're on the 15-minute. I think it's mainly for like lower time frames, like 5-minute, 10-minute, 15-minute. I think the video I saw on it was actually using it on the 5-minute time frame, but it works on the 10 or the 15-minute as well. So we're going to use the 15-minute. And looking at GJ, I don't see anything for that one. So we'll go to GU. So looking at GU, it looks like, yeah, it looks like it did give a setup using this strategy. So basically what you want to do is you want to find like this, I don't know what you would call like a micro impulse or something, like just a little push going into your time window, your trading time window. So it will be from this high to this low going into this New York time lot. And basically you just take your fibs, put it on that high to this low right here. And then you want to wait and see price pull back or retrace into, I just have these fibs like the 62, the 70.5, or the 79 fib. Really, we're looking for any type of rejection around these fib areas. The 70.5, that's going to be your optimal trading entry. So that's one that you might want to focus on. If you want to set pending orders, you could have did something like that. Put the stop above that high and then take it down to this zone or whatever. So something like that. So like I said, it's real simple. You can actually add the 50 fib too if you want to, but if you just want to deal with the premium fibs, you want the 62, the 70.5, and the 79%. So that would have given like 40 pips at least. So that's one example. EU is going to be similar to GU. So the same thing, it gave a setup too, because you got this little impulse here going down into New York. So just put your fibs on it. Wait for the retracement. As you can see, you got 1, 2, 3 rejections at the 70.5. So that's why I was saying a lot of times you want to pay attention to this fib as far as entries. And then that would have given almost another 40, what, yep, about another 40 pips on that setup. So this is great for like scalping and intraday trades. Looking at AJ, we did get an impulse down going into New York. Or I won't say going into New York, but this is like my time, my trading time window. So again, just grabbing the fibs from that high to the low. And as you can see with AJ, it didn't pull back into these premium fibs here. But that's why I was saying, like, if you wanted to, because not every pair is different, right? So if you wanted to add the 50, which is fine, this would have still given you a nice entry at the 50% fib. You actually had 1, 2, 3 multiple rejections, but it did close above the 50, but it just didn't reach our golden ratio at the 62. So that would have given yep, like 40, maybe like around 40 pips again. So EJ, that's like GJ. It didn't really give a setup for that. It also works for gold. So we've been looking at a bunch of sell setups, but let's see. This would have been yesterday. Like you had a going into this gray area, you had this little impulse up. So if you would have took it from the low to this little high right here, and wait for it to pull back into your fibs. As you can see, this pulled back to the, yep, 88.6, gave you multiple rejections. I guess it would be better, I mean, to wait to see if you get more than one rejection at the fib, and then that could be your cue to go ahead and enter. But this would have given, that's around 560, shoot, over 500 pips it looks like. So yeah, just that little impulse. And then today, let's see, we had this little impulse going down. So we would have put the fibs from this little high to here. Or maybe this could have been the impulse. No, I would go with this one because it kind of pulled back. So this impulse here, wait for it to retrace back. Gold came all the way back to the 79% fib, gave you multiple rejections. So that would have given just that little almost 400 pips, which is crazy. Yeah, so that's it. That's the little ICT strategy I want to show you guys, especially if you're using, my indicator. You can, with the shaded areas, it'll kind of give you a clear picture of like what little impulse to use, and then you can set up and wait for your entries. So that's it. Simple stuff, nothing too hard. Like I said, I just remembered this strategy, so I am going to be using it moving forward. I didn't trade New York today, so maybe we'll see tomorrow if we could get a good setup. All right, that's it. I'll see you guys in the next video.